going to preface this by saying that I have been a fan of Five Nights at Freddy's since it came out. I was about 9 years old when the first game came out, and I'm like about to be 21. So I've been with this franchise for a very long time through its many ups and downs. And today I went to go see the Fnaf 2 movie. I remember seeing the first one when it came, like a little after it came out on streaming, and I thought it was okay. I thought it was all right. It wasn't the best thing, wasn't the worst thing. This was the worst fucking movie I think I've ever seen in my entire life. This was the dumbest piece of shit I've ever bore witness to. This was horrible. Oh my fucking god. Okay, so I don't I don't know how to start this. You know, the movie starts out with the marionette girl who for like the acting in this movie one is like horrible. Let's just before we get into the plot, let's lay some groundwork. The fucking acting in this movie is horrible. All the kid actors have no future. They are not. They need to look into other careers. Holy shit, holy fuck, they cannot act. It's insane. Um, the villain didn't really make sense, but I don't know. They cannot act. Let's just make this very apparent. The girl is trying to get the attention of all these parents because something like one of the kids gets pulled away by Mr. Scary Killer Bunny Man, right? And all of the adults are just like such assholes. I feel like if you were to talk to if a child were to come up to you and say, "Hey, help, help," which is what she does, she screams help. They're like a normal person would be like, "Oh shit, okay, what's going on? Let's lock in." All of these parents are like, "Dude, go fuck yourself. Get away from me." She ends up chasing Mr. Evil Bunny Man William Afton around, picks up the dead kid, I guess, and then starts getting stabbed by him. She like gets stabbed 3 times in the back and dies in the marionette's arms. Now, okay, so she's the marionette now. Her soul is in the doll now. Her evil plan in the movie is to. I'm gonna spoil the fucking movie. Her plan in the movie is to kill. She doesn't specify. She just says like parents. She wants to kill parents. She goes after the parents who ignored her in the like in that first scene. But she like when she's delivering her evil plan, she doesn't like separate those specific people from parents in general. So it sounds like she just wants to go on a fucking insane murder spree. But what happens is this doll, this marionette thing, like starts killing people and possessing their bodies for some reason. I don't they don't explain it at all. There's one line saying she needs a physical form to bond to. What the fuck? Cuz like it like takes the appearance of them. And that too, all of the makeup in this movie that's supposed to stylize how the characters look in the games looks like shit. It looks fucking horrible. Like it's awful. And it's not even a dig at the makeup department. They did their job. It just looks bad. And I feel like that's what the movie as a whole is. All of the dialogue in the movie is written by, I assume, Scott Cawthon. And Scott Cawthon is not a good writer. He has no idea how to write dialogue that sounds like not even realistic. It sounds like cutscenes, you know? It sounds like cutscenes in a video game where all the voice actors are doing their takes in separated booths without any contact to any of the other like voice actors, any other characters. So there's no tonal difference and reaction. It doesn't feel fluid. It feels so fucking lifeless. And like I said, like Abby Dude, after FNAF 3, she does not have a career. I'm sorry to say it, but that's just the facts. You know, she cannot act. She and that's not a bad thing. Maybe it's just not her career path, but holy shit, she cannot act and it's insane. Like, I mean, all the power to her, you know. Hopefully with the money she's making from these movies, she can go to acting classes, you know. But I mean, holy shit, she can't. It's fucking horrible. The line delivery is insane. But the marionette, she puppets all of the FNAF 2 animatronics, which are like the toys and the prototypes, or like the withered ones, and using them, they use the little Abby girl to break out their perimeter lock so they can go wander the streets and go kill people. Okay, it's pretty weird. And the first thing Toy Chica does is go with Abby to like a science fair. Oh, yeah, this entire time she's trying to build robots for some fucking reason, for some robotics class she's in. And her robotics teacher is, it's like, he's an asshole in like the most insanely funny way. I found his scene so hilarious, like hilariously bad. He's like his first scene is like, "Oh, Abby, you dumb piece of shit. Look at your dumb fucking robot. That's not going to fly around here. You know, we have a huge reputation about our robotics program. Do you mind if I scratch your name off the list? Why don't you be a team player and go fuck off?" Like it's like those are all verbatim lines. It's insane. And then when he what is there there's a scene where he she brings in the prototype, which is like a perfectly modeled FNAF 1 Chica. I don't know how the hell they made the fucking outer mold. They don't explain that at all. But he he looks at it and he goes, "Oh, let me go put this on display." And he fucking throws it on the ground and says, "Fuck, fuck you, go away." It's I was laughing so hard. That was the dumbest piece of shit movie I've ever fucking watched. That was so horrible. And then they introduced Michael Afton, and he's just a fucking pervert. He's a fucking creep. And he's like, "Sister, you will always be Afton. You are evil." And then she's like, "No, no, I'm not." And then, when all hope is lost, and our heroes are backed into a corner, with Michael Afton leading the charge with the toy animatronics, all at Michael's house ready to kill him. Dun, 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 dun. FNAF 1 Foxy comes in with his hook and fucking rips Toy Bonnie out of the scene and kicks his skull off. All of the FNAF 1 animatronics from the first movie come back literally out of nowhere. There's one scene where Michael goes back to the pizzeria and says, "Help us, please." But we don't see them be like, "Yeah, let's help Abby," or even their suits at all. You don't see them at all. You don't see these characters literally at all until the very end of the film. And it's playing Avengers Endgame Portal music. And they're doing and each character they like when Foxy kills Bonnie, he looks at the camera like and then and then Bonnie fucking rips no, yeah. Was it Bonnie or Freddy? One of them rips fucking Toy Freddy's head off and he looks at the camera. Yeah, it was Freddy. Freddy's like, "Yeah." And then Bonnie fucking rips Mangle in half. And he's like, it was the dumbest piece of shit ever. They're literally having their fucking portrait moments. And then Chica comes in twists Toy Chica's head off and looks at them like, that was the dumbest piece of shit movie I've ever seen. Scott Cawthon, you cannot write. Abby, you cannot act. This was an awful movie. And then at the end, Vanessa gets possessed by the puppet. And then she's gonna become Vanny and kill people. And then by the end of the third movie, she's gonna finally come to terms with who she is and either sacrifice herself or finally expel all of Afton that's inside of her. Boom. Predicted. Um out of five, this was a 1 out of 5 film. This sucked. I recommend it because it was so horrible that that was a little good. Fuck, that sucked. Good night.